Hello, tubers. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. And thank you for coming on and joining Cooper's Thai Adventure live stream with myself, Cooper, and my good buddy and sidekick, Mr. Brooke Schneider.
Thank you. Thank you. Trusty sidekick, he says.
Yes. Dumbardo.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, anyways, some of you may notice I've got my final teeth and I got the list back.
You got the list back.
Yes.
Okay.
Because there's a major difference between going through the implant process and the sets of teeth that they give you in the interim until your final process, which was for me was yesterday. So one of the differences is they gave me my old teeth, which I'm going to show you guys, because a lot of people keep asking me about implants in Thailand and how they work and everything else. And they said, keep these for emergency. All right.
Good.
So these right here are the old teeth right there. That's the old teeth right there. And then if I flip them over, you'll see the holes there. And then the metal bar going around the outside here by my left hand. So, and at the bottom of the teeth, which I absolutely hated, is this bit right here. Can you see that bit there, Brooke?
Yeah, I can see it.
Well, that's where your tongue would hit. Normally, when
What's that doing there?
it has to be there
Oh,
to
okay.
protect your gums during the healing process.
Oh,
All right. So, and what would drive me nuts is my tongue would always hit this bit, and it's got it at the top. This is the top set of teeth, and the bottom ones too, which is here. So it's got the lip, both sides there, and that's where your tongue hits. And if you don't have implants and you just have normal teeth, of course your tongue hits your teeth to pronounce the words. Well, with these, you can't get to your teeth to pronounce the words. There's a limited amount of space. And hence why you have a lisp. And this final set I have now in my mouth has a smaller piece here. So it's not so profound as this one. And it's brought the list back because now I have more room. I have to learn how to pronounce words again in my mouth. So it is a funny process of going through having a full set of implants for those that are considering having it done. And the complete process from start to finish took 18 months.
18 months.
18 months.
Woo.
Is where I'm at right now. 18 months ago, I started this process.
Time flies.
It does. It does when you're having fun. And I was one of those people that the dentist said to me, your teeth are breaking. You've got about 2 years left, and that's it. Your teeth are going to be gone forever. And we can keep giving you fillings and root canals until then, or you can have them all taken out and full set of implants done. Well, the most popular one to have, and I know several people that have done this, is what's called 4-on-2. In other words, 4 implants on the top, 4 implants on the bottom, hence you got the 4-on-2. And they all say the same thing. And I probably know a half a dozen people that have had it done that I've met over the years. They all say the same thing, that when you're eating, you have no sensation of how strong your bite is. And had a new subscriber come to the meet and greet just last month, Brooke. And his teeth look fantastic. He had them done in Europe. And basically the exact same ones I got now. And he broke his in the first week of having it. Right across this bit here, folks, right across here, he broke it. So this was in half, and he had to go back and get the whole thing replaced just by eating a piece of chicken, because he couldn't tell his bite force. And I've done it completely different than everybody I've ever known getting implants. Most people will do either 4-on-2 or 6-on-2. Yeah. So instead of having 4 implants at the top, they'll have 6 and then 6 at the bottom.
What's the benefit of 6 over 4?
Instead of having one whole piece, they give you 3 pieces.
Oh, less
So-
chance of breaking.
So if one piece breaks, you only have to get that one piece
Oh,
changed.
well, I see.
Yeah. Some people prefer that. Now, what I had to do, because I'm type 2 diabetic and I have brittle jawbone, so they had to give me bone marrow transplant and all that, and skin grafts and everything before I could even start this process. Hence why 18 months. If not, you can do it in 6. If you got healthy bones and gums, well, you can do it inside of 6 months. Me, I didn't. I had to do it over the course of 18 months. And they said if I did the 4-on-2, I stood a good chance of the implants, one or more of the implants failing. So I said to the dentist, I said, oh, hell with that. I only want to go through this one time. I said, how many teeth do I have? He said, 26. Normal adult male, 26 teeth. I said, right, give me 13 implants at the top, 13 down the bottom. Thank you very much. Put a tooth on every one of the implants. I said, if 1 or 2 fail, I don't care. I'll be fine. That was my original plan. That is what I was going to do. And so we started with that plan. And it got to the point where it became too complicated to do. Because it would have taken a heck of a lot of care to take care of those. Because normally people will go get 1 or 2 implants. For example, they're missing a tooth on this side and a one on the other side, and they'll get 2 implants and job done. Okay, that's 2 teeth. But 13 and 13, unheard of. So I had a conference with the head of the dental department and my dentist. And they said, look, doing 13 and 13 is just too many. And it's going to cost you a fortune. It really is. And I'm like, I don't care what the cost is. I made my money on Bitcoin. Whatever the cost is, I'm going to pay it. And they're like, no, we don't want to do it. And they said, the best thing for you is we do 8-on-2. So you got your top teeth, 8 holes, 8 implants. Bottom teeth, 8 implants, 8 holes. And they said, it's like building a bridge. The more pylons you got, the stronger the bridge is going to be. Yeah. If you got 2 pylons, 1 at each end of the bridge, it's going to be weak in the middle. So, if you do pylons every, so many yards, then the bridge is going to be super strong. And that's what they wanted to do with me here. So, so they did that. And I've noticed something that's completely different than anybody I've watched on YouTube, anybody I've ever spoken to about getting implants. I have complete sensation over my bite. Why? Well, the 4-on-2, the way they do it is they'll put 1 implant here at the back, 1 implant here at the front, and then 2 either side here at the front. So you got 2 at the back, 2 at the front. Where do you do majority of your biting? At your back teeth, at the sides.
In the
That's
middle
where
of
you
that,
do it.
okay.
You bite initially at the front, and then you're chewing with the sides. Well, of course, they have no sensation because there's no post there. Implant. What I've noticed by having the 8-on-2, 8 at the top, 8 at the bottom, 16 in total, is that with the post, because they're screwed into the bone, Brooke, you have the sensation on the post on the teeth. You can't feel the teeth, but you feel the vibration in the post to the bone. So if I go like this, tap it, I feel it. I can feel it. A normal person with 4-on-2 can't. So maybe I found something new that nobody else knows. Because with the 4-on-2, I can bite chicken. I can bite the hardest meat and know exactly how much sensation to put and how much not to put. like as if I had real teeth. And that's what scares a lot of people about getting implants. Oh shit, I don't want to bite into a chicken and then all of a sudden I'm bit through the damn leg, through the bone. With the 8-on-2, you don't.
Are you like trying out for the Coopersthaiadventure food critic job?
No, I'm not trying out for the
I
food
just
critic
thought
job.
maybe you were.
But I am saying that I am extremely grateful that we came to this agreement with the dentist and that I've done 8-on-2.
Took his advice.
Yeah, I took his advice, and to me, it was the best advice I'd ever gotten. And I sat down with him yesterday and I said, look, I want to take some pictures, of my implants. And I said, for the YouTube channel, and at the, end of the day, I'd really love to make a video about the whole process, and he said to me, no problem. I said, you willing to be in the video? He said, yeah, I'll be in the video.
Oh, good.
No problem. So fantastic. He's willing to work with me so we can make a video about it. And
he's a pretty good, sharp guy then.
He speaks
You'd
fluent
recommend
English.
him?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
I would definitely recommend him in a heartbeat.
Yeah, people might be interested in that. Then.
Yeah, he is really, really good. And so I had to go in today to have a little slight correction. One of the teeth were a little bit sharp and rubbing against my tongue and making my tongue a little raw. So I went back in today and I said, this tooth here is a little sharp and it's rubbing against my tongue. He said, no problem, jump in the chair. And he buffered it out. So super, super fantastic. And he said, by the way, I didn't get a chance to ask you yesterday after we finished your dental procedure. I need you to do a final x-ray for me. Do you mind doing it now? I said, no, not a problem. I went in there, I did the x-ray. And I said to the person that did the x-ray, the nurse, I said, it's all right if I just take a picture of the computer screen, for my YouTube channel so I can show everybody the procedure I went under and how my teeth look now. And that I do actually have, look at the posts, you can count them there, folks, 16 total posts on 2 rows of teeth, top and bottom. And the next thing I get asked a lot is, how much is it per implant in Thailand? What's the price compared to America, And it all depends on the material that you use. If you want to go with the cheapest material, over here in Thailand, it's 47,000 Thai baht per implant. Okay, which is, it's a metal, but I don't know the name of the metal. The next one, which I did, was 57,000 Thai baht and was titanium.
So 1,700 US on yours. The cheapest one's about 14, I guess. Yeah.
And then they do have a super expensive one that's 77,000, but again, I don't know.
2,300, a little rich.
Yeah, I don't know what material that's made out of, but I did take a picture of the price list for those that want to know for implants, because I know a lot of YouTubers won't tell you what they paid for it. But there you go. I had the one here by my thumb that says 57,000. That's the one I had, which was titanium.
You got to step up there at 59. What's the difference for 2,000 baht?
I have no idea.
Oh.
I have no idea. I just know I said I want the titanium implant and the zirconia teeth.
Good.
I did my due diligence. I saw lots and lots of reports of people having it done, and and what they were recommending as the ones for longevity, which ones would last the longest, which ones stood the test of time.
Good,
because they've been doing implants now for 30 years.
Yeah.
So they sort of know which ones, are lasted the test of time. Some people can't do titanium. Some people have an allergic reaction. So they like to do 1 or 2, leave it for a month, see how you are. If you're okay with that, you don't have allergic reaction, start doing the rest.
Good.
And so I went there to have the procedure yesterday. And I said to Darlene, come on in with me, into the theater room. And she's like, I don't want to see. I said, I want you to take pictures, for our subscribers so they could see these final teeth that I have. And I'll just show you what they look like. That's them. That's the ones currently in my mouth right there.
Jesus.
Nice and bright and white, ain't that?
That's something you'd see like in a horror picture, isn't it?
Yeah. And then you can see the bottoms and the tops.
And those are the actual ones.
These are the actual ones, yes.
Okay.
And then when they open up, there you go. That's them. Those are the actual ones that are currently sitting inside my mouth. And then again, if you count the holes right there, you'll see the holes there. You'll see 8 on each side, total of 16 holes, which is how they screw them in. And
but those aren't pieces. That's all one complete.
One bar.
Okay.
Okay, so it's one row of teeth like this. But what they do is they'll put titanium plate, the shape of your jaw line for the top and bottom, and they insert them into here.
Okay.
So they insert the titanium. First, they screw the titanium plate in, and then they screw these on top of the titanium plate.
Be like rebar, that titanium.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So super, super, super strong. And when I had these in, I had to have these in for 6 months before getting these, because you have to wait for the implants to set. You know, like building a house, you got to wait for the foundation to set before you start building the structure. And they gave me a mouth guard because I am notorious of grinding my teeth in my sleep. And the first mouth guard they gave me was this one, which is very flimsy. You can bend it. Well, it only lasted about 3 months. I chewed right through the damn thing. I don't know if you can see the hole there, but I chewed right the way through it there, Brooke. Yeah. So
without knowing it during the night.
In my sleep. Yeah, in my sleep. And he said, don't worry. I told the dentist what had happened. He gave me another one. And I chewed through that too. He said, don't worry, your final one is going to be super strong. Your mouth guard that you have to wear at night when you want to go to sleep. So this is the final one. And this one here, you cannot bend it.
You got to wear that every night.
Yeah, I just pop this on here. I'm not going to put it in right now because I'm going to ask you to touch it.
No.
Brooke, it's brand new.
Oh, that is hard. Yeah.
It's hard as a rock.
You're not chewing through that.
You're not going to chew through that. It's hard as anything, you know. It's a really hard grade plastic, I would call it. And then with this, you just pop it in your mouth and take it out when you sleep and you wake up.
You could use that if you're playing rugby.
It looks like, to me, it reminds me of what a boxer would use.
Yeah.
You know, they put those mouth guards in to protect their teeth, you know, when they're boxing.
Wow.
That's it. I'm done.
Oh.
Now Darlene has got to start the process. So she's got 2 implants, one either side here and here. That's been there about 6 months, and they decided they want to put a second one beside each one. So she has one at the back of the jaw because she lost her wisdom tooth, you know, had to take them out like a lot of us did, you know, in our 20s. They came in crooked. Got to remove them, you know. So she had her wisdom teeth taken out. And he said, because it's back there where your wisdom tooth was, there's space there for us to put a second one, and then you'll have a, you know, full set of teeth down the bottom. Do you want us to do it? And Darlene's like, yes, please. You know, and her whole front here were crooked when she was a teenager, and she had to have them taken out. And she wears false teeth here with a little metal clip on either side. And so she had a bone graft done at the front. She's had the skin graft done. And her next appointment is to go back next month in June, in which case they're going to put 2 implants, one at this side, one at this side, and then a bridge going across. Is the plan. So yeah, all absolutely great right now. And that is the whole complete process. And we have 2 shout outs to give. First one to Ernie, bought us 3 coffees, says thanks for all you do. Thank you, Ernie. God bless you, brother. That'll pay for Darlene's next set of implants. It'll help with that. And then RK Reich, one bought us 3 coffees, says safety back at home in Florida, safely back at home in Florida, and enjoy talking to you at meet and greet at Fraser's.
Yes.
Looking forward to seeing you guys again this fall. Cheers, Ron. Thank you, Ron. God bless you, brother. And it was a pleasure to meet you, too.
I remember you, Ronnie. He splits his time between here, Korea, and Florida.
Yeah. Yep. So I will be going back after our trip and meeting up with the dentist. I have an appointment with them on the 15th. So I will be meeting up with them, and I'll be discussing, I'm making a video, and I'll make that happen, the whole start to end procedure. I had to pay a hell of a lot more than the price that I quoted you on there for the implants, because they had to put me to sleep every single time. Novocaine does not work on me. It's one of the side effects of 1 in 100 people that are type 2 diabetic. Novocaine does not work. So even the gas that they put on you to put you to sleep in the surgery room doesn't work.
Well, and you got to have an anesthesiologist there.
So there's where the money came in.
Oh yeah, like that.
So I paid 3 times more than what I would have paid, what Darlene will pay for her procedure.
Oh, good. Yeah, good to know. Okay.
So let's get started and see who we have on the live stream.
William Vanderbeek. Hello, Cooper, Brooke, and Darlene. Everyone on here. Have a great live stream.
And thank you, William, and thank you for being a channel member and having the badge next to your name. Much appreciated. And to you too, Blakester Drums.
Blakester Drums. Good morning, all.
Good morning, Blakester.
Mike Summers. Good morning, guys. Thanks for all you do, keeping my dream alive.
And you're very welcome.
Mikey's looking to come over.
And another surgical procedure I had yesterday while I was asleep. I had a growth on my nose, and I'm sure a lot of people noticed it in the live
we didn't want to say anything, but
to me, it looked like a big wart. The doctor was concerned it could be skin cancer.
Check it out.
And anyways, it just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I saw the specialist. They said, well, while you're going to be asleep, we can come in and take care of it for you. So they did. They cut it off. I have a slight little scar there, a little blood there, dried blood at the top, but that'll go away in a couple of months. But no, they removed it for me too, and I was very, very happy with that.
Good job done.
Yeah.
Roger Walker. Good morning. Good evening, everyone.
Good morning to you, Roger. Thank you for joining us, buddy.
Julie Perkins. Good evening to all from Banks-Array.
Good evening to you, Julie and Adrian from Banks-Array, and thank you for joining us. Give Adrian a hug for me. I love that guy.
Scotty S. Greetings to all.
Greetings, Scotty.
From Route 66.
Yes.
Jeffrey Spivey. Good evening, CBD. I've been almost a week now, and I can say it's good to be back. Brooke, remember to pronounce my name correctly. Spivey.
Spivey or Spivey?
Yep, Spivey.
Is it Spivey? Okay. Nice to know.
He corrected me.
And welcome back, Jeffrey.
Ronald Reichert. Good evening, CBD, and good morning here in Daytona Beach.
And good morning to you, Ronald from Daytona Beach. And thank you for being a channel member, having the badge next to your name right there, and helping support the channel. Much appreciated.
Black Ops. Big Al.
Big Al.
Cooper, Brooke, and Darlene.
Hello, Big Al. Thank you for coming on and joining us. He lives right next door. He's been out here for about a year now.
Yep.
So he's loving the good life here in Jomtien.
Heath McDaniel. Good evening, morning from Southeast Tennessee.
Hello, Heath.
Terry Fallon from Bancroft. Good morning, evening, Coop, Brooke, and Darlene, and all to the chat. By the way, the Leafs won their series. So
they did.
Terry's a happy camper.
To the Leafs. And thank you, Terry, for being a channel member and having the badge next to your name.
Live and learn with Mike. Good evening, DJ Cooper, Brooke, and Darlene.
Good evening to you, Mike.
For Dog. Good evening, Mr. Coop, Mr. Schneider, and everyone in the chat. By the way, MicroStrategy's to the moon.
Closed at 395.
Going up.
Loving it, loving it, loving it.
Yeah.
Nice, I'm back in profit again.
Rodney, good evening, Coop, Darlene, Brooke, and Jackie.
And good evening to you, Rodney, and thank you for being a channel member and having the badge next to your name.
Africa Islam, man, that's a big smile you got there.
It looks great, don't it?
Yeah, it does.
I am loving it, and just have to get past the list process. I did notice with these new ones, the gums at the top right here, the gum line is shorter, which is great on these ones I've got now because it's easier to clean.
Oh, good.
So I use the water pick. I'm able to get in here, clean any food particles that get inside here, and it just washes them out. No problem. Much easier than these initial ones that I had. So thank you, Africa.
Ernest Jones, good morning, Cooper, Brooke, and Darlene from Oklahoma City. Thanks for all you guys do.
And thank you, Ernest, for coming on and joining us. And you're very welcome. And thank you for having the badge next to your name and being a channel member. Much appreciated.
Ernie says, 12 days before I get to the land of smiles, but who's counting?
Not Alpha.
What is the name of the TV box streaming app and how much does it cost? I have to keep up with the Oklahoma City Thunder NBA team. Thank you.
Okay, the name is called Wiz TV, the one that we use over here. And it's an app that you download onto an Android box or Fire Stick. You can do it either one. I find the box a lot easier. The Fire Stick is pretty complicated. So that's the one I recommend, just any Android box, and you can download the app onto there via the Play Store. You renewed yours today. How much was it?
It was 3,300 baht, I think it was.
So $100.
Yeah, about $100.
100 US for the year.
Now, I think the box, we bought the box at Tucom. I think it was about $100 for the box, right?
Yeah.
But that was preloaded. Everything's on there. The apps were on, everything we needed. She just says, take it home, plug it in, and, you know, do your sign up and you're good to go.
Yeah.
So, and that was slick. So I checked this morning, you know, I'm trying to do my, get on that Wiz, and Jesus, it's not working. And I rebooted the story, whatever.
Right.
And it comes up, expired. You know, subscription expired. Please contact support. Oh, Jesus.
Right.
So I'm not that much of a techie, but I call you.
Yeah.
And you told me what to do. So I just went on the iPad, pulled up Wiz TV. It's in England, which I knew. And so I made the payment and they sent me the code within 10 minutes. Actually, it really wasn't a code. They said they'd send the code, but because I had been a subscriber, they just renewed it. And so the email I got back was up and working now, should be, you know. And it was. So it was slick, guys.
Great.
Yep.
Nice good. And easy for only $100 for the year.
And
that works out to like what, $7 a month, somewhere around there.
Yeah. So before I come over, you know, I'll probably watch a movie after the live stream, and The Accountant 2 is out now, and it's in the theaters.
Okay. I want to see that.
Yeah, I do too. So I'm going to watch that tonight, and that's on the box. So one thing in this, like you get with these apps, is you get the latest movies usually within a week when they're out.
Yeah. Well, within a week of them being in the movie theater, they're already available.
Yeah, and they're not a guy handheld camera in the theaters, you know, trying to upload the stream. No, it's the real McCoy. So
DVD quality.
Yeah, DVD. I don't know how they do it, but anyways.
I don't either, but it's fantastic.
Ernie, you'll definitely be able to get the Thunder on the Wiz TV.
You get all the American and Canadian channels you'd want, the European, the British, the Australian. You get all those channels on there. You even get the pay-per-view on their boxing and wrestling events free.
Yeah.
So you don't have to pay for it.
You'll be able to go through all the whatever, you know, Oklahoma City's got for their broadcast rights, the Thunder, I mean, and you can actually put that channel as your favorite. Yeah. So you just go to favorites, there it is, put up the game, slick. Yeah. Mary Ziggy, really good explanation of your implants, Cooper. Thank you. My sister has all on 4, and like you say, she has no sensation through her teeth when eating. So there you go. There's
I know, Mary and her sister. I know about half a dozen people that have had the all on 4, and they have no sensation.
Okay.
They say, you know, they could literally bite through bone and they wouldn't know it, you know, until you're crunching, you know, along. But you don't know it, and your bite force is a lot stronger.
Oh, I would think so.
Because the thing is with teeth have nerve endings that go down the teeth to the main nerve, and that's what gives you the sensation you're biting too hard or you're not biting hard enough. Without that nerve sensation on these, and only having 4 posts, you're getting very little feedback, you know, to your brain to tell you. I've got 8 at the top, 8 at the bottom, double what they recommend, and I have a hell of a lot of feedback. I know when I'm eating chicken how soft to chew.
Speaking of
I don't need to use a lot of force, and I can feel that in my jaw.
Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting.
Go ahead. What were you going to say?
Nothing.
Speaking of
nothing.
Okay.
Oh, no. Speaking of bite force, do you know the hyena has the strongest bite force in the animal planet?
The hyena?
Yeah.
I would have thought it was the water buffalo.
No, you can just check that out, Junior.
Okay, didn't know it.
Tidbits. Mike Summers, Brooke's facial expressions are hilarious to Coop's stories.
You do make some great facial expressions
here. El Romeo, good morning, everyone. Coop, the teeth look fabulous. Brooke, the Leafs and Oilers move on to the second round. Yep, the Leafs managed to win, finally. Hopefully, the Jets win tomorrow. Bitcoin has increased nicely.
It has. It hit an all-time high. What was that? Well, not an all-time for this year, new all-time high for this year, which was 97,500. So very nice.
Hanging in there quite nice.
Yeah.
And I think momentum is headed upwards. So
yes.
Stu Lovell, I'm getting 4 teeth done in Pattaya, 192,000 baht. In Australia, 1 million baht equivalent. So that's like 5 to 1.
Yeah.
20% here, guys.
It's a hell of a lot cheaper over here.
Yeah.
I could have done my teeth here, all of them, without the anesthesia if I could handle the Novocaine for 1 million baht, $30,000. But because I have to have the anesthesiologist there every step of the way, and I'm talking 12, 15 times I had to be put to sleep.
Oh, Jesus, that's too much.
That tripled the price of what I paid for mine.
Well, it's only money. Stu Lovell, I'll be back in June to see the dentist. I hate dentists. Well, you and a lot of other people, Stewie.
And that's one of the brilliant things about it, Stu. Once you have the full mouth implants, 2 sensations that everybody will know. You bite into something, it's cold. You go like this, your tooth. Yeah. You goes through the nerve ending, boom, straight to the brain, and it's quite painful. Another thing is toothache.
Yeah.
It's the worst pain in the world. I swear to God, folks, toothache is the worst pain in the world. I'd rather sit there and have somebody kick me between the legs than have toothache. Because I know that kick between the legs, 5 minutes later, I'm okay. Toothache don't go away until you've seen the dentist.
No.
It will not go away. There's not a medication you can take on the planet that'll make it go away. You know, ibuprofen, it'll work for an hour or two.
Oh, the tooth.
You know, and then the pain's back and even angrier than when it was before you took the ibuprofen.
Toothaches don't go away.
So that's what I like. And with having zirconia teeth, they'll never stain.
Oh, that's good to know.
Ever. So I can drink as much coffee as I want, and as many cigars as I love smoking. By the way, I always have a cigar with me here. And I will never have to worry about my teeth staining. Fantastic.
Yeah, that's good. That's
you still have to take care of them by using the water pick.
Yeah.
You know, to get the food particles that'll go behind the gums here. You just insert the little water pick and it flushes out the canal here, and you rinse out.
Those water picks work slick.
Oh, they're fantastic.
Jesus, I remember in the old days it had to be dental floss. What a pain in the ass that was.
Yeah.
That water pick. Oh shit, this is slick as all get out. You kind of like using it.
And another thing, you'll never use a toothpick again.
No, you don't need it.
No, because the teeth can't get stuck between the teeth. They're sealed together.
Oh, okay.
So there's nothing that can get stuck between there. You'll never need a toothpick. You don't need a dental floss. Nothing. Fantastic.
Bonus. Toby Price, I will just get a set of false wallies.
Now that's the first thing they give you, Toby. So once they take your teeth out, they give you a set of dentures. Could I get on with them? Hell no, I could not. Because the denture cream that they give you, that you put in here and along the canal and pop them in your mouth, these aren't dentures, these are implants, teeth. I do still have the dentures somewhere. I wore them one day and I said, never again. I went without teeth for a month. I said, I'm not wearing them. No way. Because the denture cream is terrible to get out of your mouth. It really is. It sticks there like glue almost. And you're there scrubbing and scrubbing and scrubbing and scrubbing and trying to get that damn thing out your mouth. And you end up swallowing more than you actually get out. And the doctor said to me, don't swallow. It's not good for the human body. And I was like, well, I'm stopping this because I can't do it any other way. I found it a complete nightmare and I just stopped it.
Yeah, that doesn't sound
And
good.
with the dentures, I had zero sensation when I was trying to bite into a hamburger. I tried just a little cheeseburger from McDonald's, only the small one, and I could only use enough bite force to bite the bread. I couldn't bite through to the burger.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was terrible. I was like, what the heck?
We're trying to gum it.
Yeah. And I was like, I can't get on with these. And I asked my mom before she passed away. I said, Mom, how have you done this? Because she's had dentures for 50 years. She says, oh, you get used to it like anything. You do get used to it. And first time I tried to bite into a hamburger when I had dentures, I couldn't do it either. So you're not alone. But no, I couldn't get on with it. And I was like, oh, heck, I'll rather just eat oatmeal for a month and, chocolate puddings and stuff like that, soups, whatever. And until I had these ones put in. I had to wait 1 month after the post before I could have these put in.
Stu level. But I love Thailand.
Everybody
does. Rodney, Coop, do you have any problems with food particles getting under the bridge?
Yes. Well, you get them go under here, Rodney. It's normal. You'll get them going under here. You'll get it at the bottom and you get it at the top. What I do is I bought a water pick and I use that. And basically, you just fill it up with water. I fill it up with half a water, half a mouthwash, and then it sprays right into the bottom. It's got a adjustable nozzle, and you spray it at the top of the gum line and the bottom of the gum line, and it just flushes everything out. Super quick.
Yeah,
30
water
seconds
picks are good.
Top 30 seconds, bottom, you're all done, and it keeps your mouth nice and fresh, smelling clean.
Stu level, Rodney, once you have that surgery, you become very aware of cleaning your teeth.
Of cleaning your teeth, you do, because after every meal, you feel like your teeth are dirty.
Yeah,
you do. You feel that because, like I said, the teeth, the food gets in this canal right here, and you do feel the food there, and you're like, I need to go water floss. So I bought a miniature one, a travel one. So when we go out and eat and we're going to go to the beach or whatever, I just pop in the bathroom, spit in the sink, done. Okay, let's go. Super easy.
Living the adventure. Can I ask, was that per implant or total?
Per implant was 57,000 baht.
About 1,700 per implant.
Per implant, yeah. Yes.
1,700 US, that is.
Yeah, for the best of the best.
Best of the best. Nothing but the best for our boy Cooper.
Yeah.
Stu level, 4 implants in Pattaya, 192,000 total baht. Okay, so
that's about the going rate.
That's like 48 an implant. Okay, so
depends what material you use.
Yeah, and the dentist, they'll have some negotiating, I'm sure.
Yeah, and he says total.
Yeah. John Bain, is low season traffic on Jomtien Beach Road and Pattaya Beach Road noticeably less yet? Yes, it is.
Yes.
Visiting from Hua Hin soon. I was down there today, and geez, it was quiet.
Yeah, we went to the mall yesterday, and we went to which one was it? Festival Mall.
Mm-hmm.
And normally I got to go up to like the 5th, 6th floor in the multi-story parking to find a parking space. There were loads from the 1st floor up.
Oh yeah.
Normally I got to go up the 5th floor and find a parking space, which is almost at the roof. Now I just go in and I'm seeing spaces on the 1st and 2nd and 3rd floor, no problem.
It's quieter. The pool's quieter, Coop.
Mm-hmm.
Not as many people sitting in the cabanas. Mm-hmm. So kind of a nice time.
Perfect time.
Stu level, Hollywood Dental, South Pattaya. That's what he recommends.
Yeah. And a lot of people like that one. A lot of people like the International Pattaya International Dental Clinic. And then you have Pattaya, Bangkok Hospital in Pattaya, which is the one I went through. And the only reason I went through that one is because they have a anesthetist on site. Sorry, some words I can say and some I can't. But anesthesiologist on site, and it was super, super fantastic.
Yeah, there's so many dental clinics here, but you needed the special case.
I did.
Had to be put under. So Yeah, you got to go to the hospital for that.
And it was great care, super great care.
Yeah.
Yeah. And these come with a 1-year guarantee.
Nice.
Which is fantastic. So he said, my dentist said to me, if you break one of your teeth, don't worry. For the next year, it's completely covered. You pay zero cost. Come in here, we'll fix it.
Good.
Good. I like that.
Alpha Mayo, Coop, did you finally get the car passport?
I did. We have the car passport now. Darlene's already packed it away and the paperwork somewhere. But yes, we do have the car passport, and we're now able to take the car to Malaysia.
Wow.
So fantastic. And it costs us $75, $2.
Oh,
that's it for a passport for the car.
Well, I'll be picking your brain when you get back.
I'm sure you will.
One thing,
shame you're not coming with us.
Well, I prefer.
I did offer.
I know.
I did offer.
I prefer hearing the stories, and then I can make a decision. I've been able to check off a lot of countries on my bucket list.
Yeah,
from
the stories that you hear.
Yeah.
Well,
like Eric was in India for 3 weeks. I ain't going there. There's another one off the bucket list.
One of these days, Brooke, is going to come back to bite you in the ass. I'm going to go somewhere. I'm going to tell you it's the best thing since sliced bread, and it's the worst fucking country I've ever been to, just to get you to go.
Little shit. Yeah.
Say, oh, Brooke, you'll love this place. My God, the food was 50 cents. It was under $1, and it was all you can eat, fantastic. And it was fantastic. It was right on the beach. You got to go check this out. And it's a dive, and the food is $20. I'll get them one.
Market Focus. Hello, Coop, Brooke, and Darlene. Hello, Market.
Hello, Market Focus. Thank you for coming on and joining us.
There's Big Al. Morning, everyone. Coop, you really light up a room with those fancy teeth.
And thank you, Al. Much appreciated.
Big Al says, tell me, how much would a 1-year tourist visa run me?
A 1-year tourist visa?
Well, you'd need a retirement visa for a year. Wouldn't you want to do that?
Yeah. I mean, Al, you're over 50. You might as well get a retirement visa. Now, they have agents out here that can do it for $30,000. And then they have agents out here that'll do it for $50,000 plus per month. It all depends on which one you want to use. But yeah, and it all depends whether you want a multiple entry visa. You have to have a Thai bank account, so they're going to charge you for that regardless, because you can't get a retirement visa without a Thai bank account. So yeah, that's the sort of price range you're looking, somewhere between 30 and 55,000, depending on which agent.
12 to 1,500 US, Big Al.
Yeah,
will get you that. And I recommend getting an agent because you just sit down, have a nice seat, relax, have a coffee, paperwork's handled, Thai spoken. You're not even involved. Don't worry about it. Yep.
Yeah.
Makes it easy, makes it simple. Keep your money in the West in your bank. Blakester Drums was watching the Pattaya News YouTube channel and saw you guys had a hell of a rainstorm, and it made me question, do you guys ever have power outages due to the thunderstorms? Where I live in Virginia Beach, the power goes out when the wind blows. Wow.
No, I've never had a power outage through the thunderstorms.
No.
We do have power outages here. I'll be completely honest.
But occasionally, but they're rare.
It's occasionally, and there's a notice in the lobby to tell you there's going to be a power outage at a certain time on a certain day, so they can service the generators.
Doing something.
And that's it. Yeah, that's the only time we ever.
And they don't last long. I think
10, 15 minutes.
10's the most I can remember happening. And you don't want them too long because you need that air con on. So when the power goes out, it's always kind of the daytime.
Yeah, it's like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning.
Just don't open the doors.
Yeah,
that's right. And then it stays cool, and then it's back on. But that's occasionally. I wouldn't worry about it.
I think they do it like once every 6 months.
Now you target Philippines, pretty regular.
Yeah,
yeah. So
every week.
We had a hell of a thunderstorm last night. Lightning, man, it woke me up, and I kind of enjoy that.
Jackie grabbing onto you for dear life.
She was nervous as all get out. But yeah, no, it sounds better here than even Virginia. Ford Dog, quick question: have you talked to anyone yet that has used the new DTAC or the new kiosks at BKK?
I have had a little bit of feedback there, Ford. Excuse me. And the feedback I have is everything's a-okay. Everybody's got through that's tried to do it from our subscribers, and that arrived yesterday. We had 2 arrive yesterday. They said that was simple and easy. And what they've done is they've anticipated people not knowing about it, anticipated people forgetting it to do it, and they put it up these stations inside the terminal before you go through immigration, where you with the tablets on there, and you can do it on arrival.
Smart.
So if you forget to do it or whatever, you're like, oh damn, I forgot to do it. What they gonna do? Are they gonna turn me around when I get back? And when I get over there, no. They have these stations there, and you just go there and you go up to the iPad, put your details in, and it's,
oh, that's good.
You're uploaded and you're good to go.
Good to know
you
that.
Just take a picture of it, show it to immigration, you're through.
Yep.
So yeah, really, really easy.
Terry Fallon, Brooke, I've been let down by the Leafs too many times to get too excited. No, this is the year, Terry. They're going all the way.
I've been saying that about Buffalo for a long time now. Come on, Buffalo.
Alpha,
Super Bowl,
Romeo,
Super Bowl, Super Bowl. They keep getting to the finals and they blow it. But yeah. And thank you, Terry, for being a channel member. Having a badge next to your name right there for only $2 a month. Much appreciated.
Paul Millward, can you open a bank account for a retirement visa via an agent still?
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
You can. The agents here can now open you a bank account for a retirement visa. And even if you're here on a tourist visa, you can still get a bank account.
Even better.
They're able to do it. All that sort of relaxed now and over and done with.
Yeah. It's nice having a bank account because you use the scan pay anywhere. And,
yeah.
So
it's a blessing.
Yep. Willem Vanderbeek, hello, Cooper, Brooke, Darlene, everyone on here.
And hello, Willem, and thank you for being a channel member, having the badge next to your name. Much appreciated.
John Bain at Blakester Drums, lived in 2 beach cities here, never experienced a power outage due to a storm. I'm also counting 3 vacations before I loved.
I don't know, it got cut off there, but yeah, we got you. And there's a testament. He's lived on Pattaya side, Jomtien side, and now Wahin side, Bijan, and never had a power outage due to a thunderstorm.
Infrastructure's damn good in Thailand, guys.
It's super fantastic.
I'm talking the highways, internet's good, the cell service is fantastic, and the electric works. Toby Price, I had the top 6 out 2 weeks ago. My wife bought me a pizza for dinner.
Is she trying to make fun of you, Toby? Because you can't eat, don't have any pizza teeth there. Hopefully you had a pair of dentures or something, or temporary ones where you were able to eat your pizza.
Glenda Blazin, good morning, CBD. I had 2 front teeth resurfaced in Thailand. In the States, it cost me $1,000 a tooth. In Thailand, it cost me $30 a tooth. No comparison, and they did a good job. Wowzer.
I love the dentists here.
Yeah.
They are super thorough. They don't mess around every step of the way. X-ray, examination. We want to take a mold of how you're healing, and your gum placement, and how your bone marrow is doing. They wanted to do every sort of test imaginable at no extra cost.
Oh, wow. Even better.
Every time I had an appointment, I was thinking, okay, I'm going to get charged something today. I'm going to get charged something. No, it's all in with the price.
Yeah.
I like that.
There's got to be a racket in the West because the dentists over there are horrendously expensive. If you got insurance, you probably don't care, but that's not easy getting in the West, at least Canada.
Brooke, for this mouth guard, they would have charged me $300 in the States.
In the States, bingo.
Free. And it was included in the service.
And they're trained here. They're highly trained. So I think part of it is there's so much competition. I mean, I think that Pattaya Klang Road Coop, every 4th store is a dental clinic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, hello. So yeah, competition's good for pricing.
And then a lot of the Thai dentists are trained either in America or England by Boston Medical or Cambridge in the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why they speak fantastic English.
Yeah, good to know.
Yeah.
Mark Schaefer, hello, Cooper, Brooke, and Darlene. Cooper, will you ever take your teeth out for any reason now, except for a problem, or where they always stay in? And can you take them out yourself, or dentist only?
Dentist only, because they're screwed in, and they use a special device that's designed for the screw. It's not like a screwdriver where you just put it and go, and out it comes. It's a special device. It's like a hexagon, and they use that to screw in, which is also titanium, into the post.
Oh, interesting.
Which is both titanium.
So yeah, you got to go to the dentist to get them out.
Yeah, and you wouldn't want to take them out.
No.
Why would you want to take them out if there's no problem?
I'll come up with a reason, but let me think of that.
I'll bite your hand off.
Jerry Hart. Good evening, Coop, Darlene, and Brooke, and Jackie. Hope everyone is doing well.
And we are, Jerry. Thank you for coming on and joining us, buddy.
David Lowe. Hello, Coop, Brooke, Darlene, and the CTA crew. Checking in from Rhode Island, missing Pattaya and Route 66. Breakfast and Fraser's for meet and greet. Great live stream.
And thank you, David. Yeah, from Rhode Island. Wow. Is that off of New York? Is that one of those off of New York, Brooke? You were over that side. I was on the other
never
side.
Been in that area at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no,
I think it's over there. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a small state, isn't it? Rhode Island. Memo Manderbeek. If I would have all 6 implants in my country, it would cost me at least 20,000 pounds or euros. Euros, sorry.
Yeah. And that's the problem. The West is just incredibly expensive compared to here in Thailand.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why a lot of people come out here for medical and dental.
Sure.
Yeah.
Could be a racket, that dentistry. Great Martini. I went to Bangkok Dental Hospital in and out. They have a 6-story hospital just for dental work. Wowzer. The dental and medical care in Thailand is world class. Yes, it is better than the USA. I would tend to agree. Better than Canada as well.
I would say better than USA.
Yeah,
I would. My sister Julie, she's flying out here later on this year just to get 1 implant done.
Bingo.
The money she will save on just the flight and coming over here and getting an implant done is cheaper than what it would cost
her back home.
Back home.
Still money ahead.
Still saving
and get
money.
a visit, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Blake Shadrum says, hit that like button, folks. Make Darlene smile. Oh, Brooke, did you check out the Canadian Misty? Oh, shit. I forgot. Well, no.
You got till Monday.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, good point. I will check on that. Let me make a note.
Okay. I'll read the next one. Market Focus says, is now a good time to rent at Dusit Grand Part 2? I'm considering to rent there for a year pretty soon. Yes, it is. They have loads of availabilities right now. We're in May. We're in the low season. High season's gone. And everywhere is got lots of vacancies. So this is the best time to get that super great deal, especially if you're going to do a year contract.
Anywhere here. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Low season.
And that brings me up to a point. I've been getting a lot of emails lately saying, Coop, I want to come over for a month in August. I want to come over for 2 months in December. Can you help me? I want to move into the Riviera. I want to move into Copacabana, wherever. And can you help me get a room?
Yeah.
I can't. And the reason I can't, folks, is because the agents that I know here, like Sean and like the biggest agent in the whole area, Alan Bolton, they will only take 1-year contracts. They have very few 6-month ones. Majority of them are now 1-month contracts. They don't want to entertain the 1-month ones anymore. So unfortunately, they have to use Airbnb.
Airbnb, maybe Marketplace,
Agoda,
yeah,
you know, one of those.
And check out the Facebook group. Put your question on there. You know, there's probably some helpful answers there too.
Yeah, but the big agents just won't touch them anymore.
No,
they're like, no, minimum 1 year. So sorry, folks, out of my hands.
Captain Action, Henry from Tampa. Hello, Cooper, Brooke, and Darlene. Thank you again. Wow, look at that smile.
And thank you, Captain Action. Thank you for being a channel member, having the badge next to your name, and helping support the channel. Much appreciated. Only $2 a month.
Wow. What a sale. Good morning
from
Corpus Christi, Texas. Thank you for all your knowledge. It really helps me learn what the reality of living in Thailand will be like.
And I'm going to make a video on that, what a sale, because I've had several medical procedures since coming out here 2 years ago, i.e. full implants, i.e. I've had my eye bags done. I've had warts removed, you know, I've had skin graft done. And the prices I paid, I will put them out in the video, what I paid for everything, of course, is been minimal compared to what I would have paid in the West. And I'm talking pennies on the dollar here.
Sure.
And when I make that video, I'll then change my banner, because the banner I've got for the YouTube channel, Coopersthaiadventure, with me and Darlene there, I look terrible, and I want to show everybody and remind everybody what I look like when I first came out here. That's why I keep it up, and I haven't changed it to how I look now, because I want to show you exactly what I went through and how fantastic the difference is between then and now.
Alfred E. Newman comes to mind.
I'm not mad. Love the comic book Spy vs. Spy.
Oh yeah, Dobie Price. My X-ray was 300 baht. 300 baht. $9 for an X-ray. Hello. Can you imagine that in the U.S. or UK or Canada?
Yeah. No, you can't. Yeah, absolutely can't. And it's the same equipment. Same equipment they're using there, they're using here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huge
difference. JJ says, good evening, guys. Heading back to Thailand from Taiwan tomorrow. We'll try to make it to Route 66 on Monday if it's not flooding on the dark side. And well, you won't be there Monday.
I won't.
I don't know. I'll have to see if I can make it on Monday or not. But hey, it's all Route 66 is there, and the coffee's free with the meal. So
yeah, we'll be traveling down to southern Thailand, going across Malaysia, and then coming back and staying on Koh Samui.
You're going to miss a couple Mondays, I think.
We're going to miss 2 Mondays, but we'll be there the Monday after that.
Yeah, I'll see if I can't make maybe one of them. Big Al ordered 2 small pizzas, 2 draft beers, and a coffee at a local Italian restaurant in Montreal.
$120.
$120 bucks, including tip. Oh, I miss Marco's and Junkian.
Yeah. What would that have cost you at Marco's, Big Al? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah. Captain Action, hit that like button for Darlene. Make her smile.
Yes, please. Our channel moderator and my wife, who's listening in the other room.
John Halanger. John from Wisconsin, landing in Bangkok on the 15th, but who's counting? Fraser soon.
Yeah.
What's Fraser's? The 27th, is it this month?
I think it's the 6th or the 7th. Tony Montana said you were wrong on the date. I'll let you check it.
Tuesday is the 27th.
27th, yeah. We'll be there. And Captain Action has been a channel member now for 7 months and says, I love this channel. Coopersthaiadventure. Thank you, Captain Action. Much appreciated.
Mark Schaefer, Cooper, the reason I asked about you taking your teeth out yourself is if there was something stuck under your teeth, you couldn't get it out, even with water pick or cleaning, what would you do?
I've never had that problem because what they're, the way they are here, Mark, is this is silicone lining. So it's super smooth. It doesn't look it. It looks pretty rugged. But when you run your finger over here, it's super, super smooth. And when you use the water pick, it just flushes it out like flushing the toilet. It's just poof, and it's out. No problem. I've never had anything, and I've been wearing these for 6 months now, guys.
Oh, okay.
6 months I had these temporary ones in, and there was never anything. And I've eaten steak, I've eaten chicken, I've eaten pork chops, I've eaten ribs. No problem. I'm biting ribs, corn on the cob, you name it, I've eaten it. And I never had anything stuck in there I couldn't flush out.
Good to know.
Super easy. You get the water there because it's tight against the skin. It's tight against this side and the inside. So it's only got one place to go, and that's out the side here. It comes out the end.
Okay.
Yeah, and you just spit it out in the sink. Super easy. You won't have that problem, Mark. You won't.
Good. Robert Pierpont, MST started yesterday by Defiance. It's another leverage long on MicroStrategy. It's cheaper than Misty is right now. Well, okay, now you can't really say whether
it's very new, so
it's very new and
worry
because it's cheaper or double the price doesn't make much of a difference. It's what's
the dividend.
What's the underlying, issue with it, or what does it do?
I'd give it a couple months, see how it does.
Tesla is cheaper than Misty. At about a third the price, but then the dividend payout's about a third. So you can't go by what the price is necessarily. But that's interesting. Thanks for that. We'll have to look into that. Yeah, okay. Leave that for Monday. Rain Nathan, hello. The best place in the world right now is Thailand.
In my opinion, been here. It is. It is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, one of the places everybody would love to come and visit, if not retire.
Raptors, hello, gentlemen. How much would a 2-bedroom be in your complex during high season?
About $30,000 a month.
Yeah. Maybe less if you're renting for the year, but you want to rent for a year during low season, in my opinion.
Yeah. And it'd be less in low season if you're renting for a year. But if you're in high season, depending on the floor and the view, you're talking 30 to 40,000 baht per month. Especially if your ground floor with pool access. Those tend to be the more expensive ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vincent, hey guys, where do the buses take their tenants to? Any good places for grocery, cooking, and utensils, shopping that it takes you to? Absolutely.
It does, Vincent. It takes you from Dusit. It goes 5 times a day, every 2 hours. And it goes from here to Tesco Lotus, Macro,
okay.
And then Jomtien Beach Road.
Bingo.
So Tesco Lotus, great supermarket. Macro, which is like our equivalent of Costco, cash and carry, another good supermarket. And then in Tesco Lotus, you'll find not only food for supermarkets, they also have clothes, they have utensils, plates, knives, forks, toasters, refrigerators, microwaves. They got everything in there that you would expect from a very big supermarket chain.
And the frontier desk, let's call it, at the office here, you can take a screenshot of the pickup times, pickup locations. So, you know, I think you got like a 2-hour window, maybe 2.5. So lots of time to do your shopping, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it works good. What a sale. I was going to do the same. I need one implant that they want over 4,000 US here in Texas. I figured I will get a free trip and get it done in Thailand. Like my sister.
Like my sister Julie's doing. Yeah.
Kim Leslie Nielsen. Hello, CBD. Are you looking to move to the dark side? If so, when?
I am looking at that, and we're weighing up all the options right now, Kim. And we don't have a fixed date or time frame. But we are keeping our options open, and when something comes along and we hear something, we go and take a look and see what we think. And when we find the right place, we'll snag it.
Sounds like a plan, Stan.
But until then, we're staying right here at Dusit Grand Part 2.
I just renewed, by the way, May 1st for a year.
Well done.
Yeah. I like it. So does Jackie. We know where everything is, and you kind of get set where you like it, you know, routine, so to speak. But renewed at the gym May 1st for 6 more months. So 6 months at a time. We'll see. Ray Nathan, I thought ground floor is cheaper compared to high floor.
And none of it's full access, Nathan.
Okay.
If it's on the back side of the building that's not full access, it is the cheapest. If you're on the front side by the pool and you got pool access straight from your balcony into the swimming pool, then that's where they nail you on the price. Our building only goes up 8 floors. 9th floor is the roof. So no condominiums up there, just a garden area and terrace to sit down. Brooke and I both have a partial sea view. I'm on the 7th floor, you're on the 6th floor. And very, very partial is like that much, you know. But yeah, you can see a little bit.
Mine's a little more partial than yours.
Is it? Okay, yeah, because you're on the side of the building. I'm at the back. Yeah. So all depends. So the pool access is normally the most expensive rooms, and then if you're in the towers, the higher you up, the better sea view you have and the city view you have, and therefore that's where they tend to be more expensive.
Okie dokie. David Lowe, Thai food seems more healthy and amazing. Yeah. So you can get healthy from just that. I think so. I had stem cell therapy and PRP treatment. It was so affordable, and I love Pattaya Jomtien. Got my retirement visa last trip. Well done there.
Well done, David.
Yeah.
And that's another thing I like about Thailand, and good point there, David. Stem cell therapy. In a lot of countries, it's illegal.
Oh.
They don't do it.
Why?
Don't do it. Just banned it outright. You know, but stem cell therapy, they've done it in China and in America for diabetes. And both cases were type 1 diabetes, long-term diabetes over 20 years, and cured it.
Wow.
That's how good stem cell therapy is. So why a lot of countries around the world outright ban it, I don't know. Maybe pressure from the drug companies because they want to keep giving diabetic medication. And if they end up curing it for everybody, then the medical companies go out of business. Who knows?
What's PRP treatment?
I have no idea. Okay. PRP, I don't know.
Okay, well,
that's a new one.
David, we'll see you when you're back. And by the way, David, I've been saving your seat in the corner at Route 66 every week, hoping you'd show. So we'll keep saving it. You'll be here soon.
Yeah.
Terry Fallon from Bancroft, missed your live on Wednesday due to a power outage up in Bancroft. It goes out a lot here, considering a power station for those power failures.
And that's what I like about the condos here too. A lot of the condos out here have backup generators. If the electricity goes out on the main line out on the road, the generators, the backup generators kick in, and you know, you're good to go. I can remember when we lived in the Philippines in Florida Sun, and my power went out, but you in the condo, you still had power, didn't you?
Yep, we had a generator.
Yeah, and we came around your place and sat in the aircon. And keep the comments coming. We'll go for another 25 minutes or so. We're running out of comments here at Vincent.
Vincent says, what are the rules of phone plans going from prepaid tourists to a postpaid plan?
To go to a postpaid plan, you need to be on a long-term visa. That is the general rule. You can't go on to it if you're here on a 60-day entry. For example, they won't entertain it. We've had people try and they say, you can pay monthly, but we won't give you a year contract or anything like that until you've got that, i.e. retirement visa, education visa for 1 year, DTV visa. They need to see something long-term, and then they will.
Well, you went for your postpaid pretty quick.
Yeah, after I got my retirement visa.
Yeah,
I was straight in there, got it done.
And I decided I'm just sticking with that tourist visa SIM card I got at the airport. And I was on that tourist SIM for over a year. It was fine. So each month I'd have to remember the date, which I did. And, you know, you'd say, oh, what's the plan? What's the offer this month? And, you know, there's different ones, but they were all cheap. You know, I was paying anywhere from $300 to $400 a month. And so then I think you talked me into going. See, originally when I went there, they told me, oh, you can't keep your number. Oh, the hell with that. I'll just keep the SIM card I got, you know. But then he said, that ain't right. Go in that side office, which I did. Sure enough. Oh, yeah, you can keep your, who told you? Oh, anyways. So I kept my number and they switched me to the postpaid. Yeah. And really, it's the same pricing. It's just that your plan never lapses. You automatically, it's like you'll get your bill. You got 18 days or 10 to pay it, but your plan just keeps working even if it's due. So, which is good. And I always pay mine on time. So yeah, there's not a big difference price wise, but it's more convenient.
It is convenience, and that's the main key there, folks. Is I didn't want to go in there to the office every single month to pay my bill. I wanted to go in there and pay it for the whole year and don't worry about it. That's it, because it was set price. So I knew what it was every month and it would never go up or down because I got unlimited everything. You know, so the price would never, ever go up or down. So I was like, right, I'll pay it off for a year. And I went and I renewed it twice. And on the second time, I learned something. They said, Mr. Cooper, you don't need to come in here. You have Bangkok Bank, right? I said, yes. And they said, you have Bangkok Bank app? I said, yes. Where's your phone? And I gave them my phone and they opened the Bangkok Bank app and they were like, right, go to this section right here. There you go, mobile top up. Yeah. You can pay for it for the whole year. You don't need to come in here.
Bingo.
We'll let you know by a SMS if the price changes. Yeah. The price goes up or down, we'll let you know, and then you can just pay the whole year. You don't even need to come in to see us.
The plan I'm on, just to give you a heads up, it's 399 baht, say 400 baht, 12 bucks. Yeah. I get 20 gig of data at high speed 5G and 100 minutes anywhere. Never use the minutes and never come close to using all the data because, you know, I got data in the house or whatever. So, and a lot of places, you know, you'll be in a restaurant here, a coffee shop, they have free Wi-Fi in those anyways, guys. So the step up plan would have been $4.99, so another 100 baht, another $3 a month, meaning about 15 and change a month, US that is, and would have given me 250 minutes, again, never use, and 40 gig of data, which, you know, I'm not a heavy data. So anyways, it's cheap here, cell phone. That plan in Canada would have cost me $100.
Easy.
Oh yeah, like ridiculous.
Yeah, it'd been more in England or America.
Probably.
Yeah. And for the very first time ever, I have a shout out to give, and a special one to Kim Leslie Nielsen, who took out a monthly subscription to our Buy Me a Coffee for $10 a month. Thank you. Nobody's ever done that before. You are the very first person to do it. And there you go. I got the notification there. Kim Leslie Nielsen, monthly supporter, $10 a month.
Call him Mr. Good Boy.
Thank you for that, Kim. God bless you, brother.
You, Kim.
Much appreciated. I didn't even know we had that facility on there.
Neither did I.
Till now.
Something new every day.
Thank you.
Coopersthaiadventure. The Raptors. Do you recommend Amazon Resorts? Is it close to your area and food? Thank you. Never heard of them. Amazon Resorts.
I can't recommend them either way, good or bad, because I've never been in there. I know where they are, but I've never been in there, and I've never had any feedback to find out whether they're good or bad.
Never heard of them. Amazon Coffee I've heard of. But...
Yeah, there is an Amazon Resorts here. I just don't know either way. That would be a good question, Raptors, to ask the Facebook group. And the Facebook group is there in the banner down below, the blue banner going across the screen right now. It's Cooper's Thai Adventure Community on Facebook. We got 1,800 people on there currently. Out of that 1,800, we have over 400 boots on ground, and people have stayed there. They'll be able to give you a good recommendation, good, bad, or indifferent.
Okay.
So a good question to ask there. I haven't been there, so I can't say either way if it's good or bad.
I got a question for you later on.
Okay.
Yeah. Remind me to ask that. Terry Fallon, bankrupt. I went into a bit of CTA withdrawal when that happened. He's talking about the power going out. Poor guy.
Mrs. Thailand. Poor Terry.
Robert Pierpont. Some Thai food is healthy. Lots of it, though, isn't all that healthy. Rice isn't that good for most people, and sugar is not good at all. There are definitely Thai foods that are on the healthy side, but not all. Yeah, hey, and that's probably like that on any country, isn't it, eh?
And that is true. And what I do there, Robert, is because I'm type 2 diabetic, whenever I go and get meals that I know that they put sugar in there,
no sugar.
I tell them, I'm diabetic, no sugar.
Good.
And they understand diabetic, they understand sugar and Thai. So you tell them that, and they will tell the chef, don't put any sugar in there. This person's diabetic, and you can taste the difference. So I do know when they do and don't.
Okay.
And if I taste it and there's sugar in there, I give it straight back. Say, can you change this, please? There's sugar in there. I can't eat it. But yeah. And Alpha Romeo says PRP is platelet-rich plasma injections. Helps with soft tissue injuries like knees, Achilles tendons, etc., etc.
Wow.
Okay, thank you for the feedback, Alpha.
Check out now the big brain on Alpha. Thanks, Alpha.
He Googled it. He cheated.
White Line. Yes, app's really laggy at the moment. I fly on Wednesday, and I'm guessing I'll have to renew my data plan at the airport. Well,
I've never had a problem with the AIS app. And what we do when we go out of country is we always do the roaming on it.
So does Jackie.
Because it's super cheap.
Yeah.
And I don't have to worry getting out of the plane, finding a cell phone network, none of that. It does it automatically. Don't even have to touch it.
Jackie goes to the Philippines, and she just puts that, and you can pick your plan for roaming over there. So yeah,
exactly.
Pretty reasonably priced. Terry Fallon, Coop, how are we sitting on the likes?
Good question, Terry. Yeah. 101 people watching.
Hit that like button, make Darlene smile.
Yeah, it really makes my wife happy because she puts in all the hard work to keep this channel up and running. And it says
58. That's disgraceful.
A little over half.
58 heck is going on around here.
So if you're watching, please hit the thumbs up. It doesn't cost you a penny, and it really helps support the channel. Do it now. What are you waiting for? Punch that thumbs up button for Cooper and Brooke and Darlene, our channel moderator.
And Truck Martin, hey everyone, Cooper, on that Bangkok Bank AIS top off, how do you know what amount to pay? It'll tell you on your bill, like on the app, the bill says, amount now due. I go in every month and pay the same amount, but no idea what they expect. So if you're on the postpaid, just wait, Annie, and it'll come up with your bills now due.
Yes.
And the amount, I pay the bill, and
you'll get a text message.
Yeah. And so then it sits at zero, bill due zero for most of the rest of the month.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you look, oh, there's the bill due. And then you got like 10 days to pay it.
Yeah.
Your phone's not interrupted. Your plan's not, you just keep using the phone like you ever would. And then you see the amount you do, and then you just plug that in and pay it. So it's pretty slick. So
it is slick. I like it.
If you're not sure, Annie, next time you're in there just get them to show you how to do that.
And me, I just pay it off for the full year.
Yeah, you do for the full year. I do by the month.
I do, because then I don't have to worry about it from month to month to month, you know, and go out and all of a sudden I got no service and I got to find Wi-Fi so I can connect and I can pay it, you know, or go find an AIS store so I can pay it, or 7-Eleven, whatever. With doing it for the year, I just don't worry about it. I really don't.
I prefer paying by the month after the doctor told me don't buy any green bananas. Robert Pierpont, if you use free Wi-Fi at restaurants or similar, use a VPN. Yes. Correct. It's so easy. I pretty well leave my VPN on everything.
I do.
You know, on my phone, it's always on. So
I never turn mine off.
Good tip, Robert.
Yeah.
It's so easy to spoof a Wi-Fi spot. You connect to a spoof one, and they can get everything you do, you know, and all your passwords. Yeah. So VPNs are the way to go, guys.
And I found the one I use, Robert, is NordVPN.
Ditto.
And it works great here in Thailand.
Yep.
I could connect to California with my VPN, and I'm noticing the speeds are dropping, but only like 10%. Other VPNs I've tried in the past, the speed will drop 50, 60, 70%. With Nord connecting through California here, because that's the closest to Thailand, the closest American state, because they don't have a VPN for Hawaii come up on Nord. So the closest state I can choose other than Alaska is California.
Yeah, I use VPNs regularly.
And I don't have a problem with it.
The only, and it's funny, when I try to log on to, say, a government website in Canada, it won't let me unless I have the VPN set to Canada. It's a little tip there. Yeah. So, but yeah, then it's no problem. Mark Schaefer, I saw Tim Newton say that the Ministry of Tourism said that tourism is down and in crisis mode. Have you all heard or seen anything? I know it's low season, but stats show that tourism is down overall.
It's the Chinese, Mark. A lot of the Chinese chose not to come out here. They got scared by the earthquake. And who was responsible for the building collapsing in Bangkok? The Chinese. Firm. They were the ones that were doing it, and they've investigated it, the Thai authorities, and they found that they were using substandard steel.
Substandard, yes, materials.
That's been banned for years in Thailand, and they were using it.
Lock them up.
So they have arrest warrants right now out for them in Thailand, and it's only a matter of time before they get caught.
Yeah.
And the thing is, they had it on the news here in Thailand, Mark, and the building site where the building went down, it wasn't a condo building, it was an office building they were building. Okay, so let's get all that fear out the way. It wasn't any condo building. And the Chinese were building over here. It was an office block. And the day the building went down, they saw 3 Chinese employees rush over to, they had like a portable office on wheels, and they ran in there grabbing boxes of files out and ran out with it before the authorities could get a hold of them. So they were doing some dodgy dealings, and I think they're going to be in big trouble. But that scared a lot of the Chinese from coming to Thailand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because of that.
Kim Leslie Nielsen, Brooke, tell us, what is a day like for you? I like every day. Oh, he means what do I do? Routines. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, well, let's say my day usually starts about 3 a.m. here. Because I want to check the closing markets. Okay. So I do that.
Stock market.
And then I go back to bed, and then I get up usually around 6 and have a cup of tea or coffee at home and check out some of the news. And my gym opens at 6, so never there that early, but probably around between 7 and 9, I'll hit the gym a little earlier or a little later if I have a coffee before going to the gym again outdoors. And I like the gym for about an hour and a quarter, and aerobics and a bit of weights, and then I go and I definitely typically have a coffee after the gym because I like coffee. So and there's usually some expats at Route 60 at Branch Coffee or Sugar Time, and chat up for 10 minutes or an hour, and then I'll come home. So, and then it's breakfast usually around noon, and then
swim time.
Yeah, then I have a nap most days. Sometimes when I get home, I'll go right to the pool. Okay. So I usually do the pool either before a nap, or if I feel like it, I'll get up and having that first, and then get up and go to the pool. But yeah, so that's kind of it. Check a bit more of the news, maybe watch a bit of show, and then yeah, start the market's open at 8:30 our time.
Yes.
So by 8:30, I've kind of kicked Jackie off the TV, dancing or whatever she's watching. And
so you got a full day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Every day. There you go.
Good. What you want to have here, guys, especially if you're newly retired and here, is you want to have a routine. You just don't want to be sitting in your condo thinking, what do I do now? So yeah, make sure you either have a hobby or, there's all kind of clubs here. And, maybe you like to travel. Gym's good for you. So join a gym. And yeah, so there's, you definitely want to have routines.
And there's now a brand new, we saw just on Sukhumvit Road there, where Texas Chicken used to be, Brooke.
Yeah.
A pickleball court open all day.
Oh, wowzer.
Yeah.
Nice.
From 10 in the morning, I think, till 10 o'clock at night.
That's a big park on the way there. Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, so fantastic. Yeah. And Alpha Romeo sent me a private message and says the Zen Clinic in Pattaya offers PRP and stem cell therapy. Yes, that is true. They do.
Good for him.
Zen Clinic in Prachumac Hill.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. And I do know several subscribers that have been there and they swear by it.
Interesting. Robert Pierpont, a VPN encrypts the data so a spoof Wi-Fi can't see or steal your info. Well,
correct.
That's true. Thanks, Robert. Terry Fallon saw a sweet studio condo on another YouTuber's channel for $135 US a month on a 12-month contract. Unbelievable.
Wow, that is
a good deal. Yeah.
Studio.
Yeah.
That is super, super cheap. You're talking 4,000, 5,000 baht.
Yeah, 5,000 baht roughly. Yeah.
Wow, that is cheap.
You get here and you do your shop, and maybe not the first year, but then you have time to shop. You'll find $5,000-8,000 deals, and
baht.
Baht deals. Which, hey boy, if you're on a tight budget, there's that's a damn good deal.
Oh yeah.
Vincent says, I went to Rumpo Market and got the chicken kebab. Oh, well done. I hope I went to the right vendor since
there's only one.
Yeah, but there is more than one in the market now, Coop. The one I went to is a middle-aged. Yeah, that's her. That's the good one. It has vegetables and sauces. Yeah.
That's the one we use.
Yep.
Yeah, middle-aged lady. Used to be with her husband there, but apparently he's fell on ill. I asked her when I was there last time. I said, I haven't seen your husband for a long time.
Yeah.
She says, no, he can't work anymore.
Oh, wow.
So
yeah, he used to be there, and then I tried to ask her, where's your helper? I don't know. She said something, but I'm glad you were able to understand her. Robert Pierpont, yes, I use NordVPN. It's one of the very best. Good to know. Yeah.
I don't know if it's the best, Robert, but my motto is always, if it works, don't fix it. Don't change it. And I know it works here in Thailand very well. I've never, ever had a problem using NordVPN here, and the speeds have been fantastic. And that's what makes the difference for me.
I got no issues.
When if it's the speed lag issues with certain VPNs, kill it for me. They really do. And with Nord, I'm only noticing 10% maximum speed lag. When I connect to it.
When I looked, it was Nord and Surfshark were the two.
Yeah,
they both were rated well. But I ran into Leo, another fellow Canadian at Branch Coffee, and he was complaining about Surfshark having issues. So it's the only thing I've heard. But Nord, I've had Nord ever since I started using VPNs years ago, and no problem.
And another thing is, I have a PlayStation and I have an Xbox. Well, Thailand has a PlayStation network. Xbox does not have a Microsoft network here.
Oh, okay.
Because it was made by Microsoft, and they don't have a network here. So therefore, you cannot do online streaming games unless you can connect to a VPN and you have a credit card from that country where they do have a network. Well, where's the nearest country to us that has a network for Microsoft Xbox? Philippines.
Okay. Guess
who has an address and a credit card from the Philippines? My wife, Darlene. Win, win, win. So I get around it and I'm able to use my Xbox here.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Nice.
By using my VPN.
Mark Schaefer, thanks for the explanation about tourism. I really hope they ban China from doing any construction in Thailand.
I think that is that. I don't think they'll ban them outright, but I think they're going to ban that company. from doing any construction.
Throw somebody in jail in this and maybe learn.
Yeah, because several people, I think it was a couple dozen people, died in that construction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Robert Pierpont and Terry found that was at Bangsaray. If you like well off the beaten path, it was an okay condo. Okay.
Oh, in Bangsaray, that makes sense for the price then. Because Bangsaray is a tiny fishing village about 30 minutes south of Jomtien.
Yeah.
And their prices are cheaper because it's not in the city.
Met James today, a nice subscriber, new here, and bring up that question now. And he wanted to have a look at Bangsaray. We took a quick trip, and he really wants a pristine beach.
Okay.
And I suggested, remember we were down to Rayon, and it was a huge beach we saw there, and it was pretty damn nice too.
Yeah.
But the thing with Rayon, it was so spread out.
It was.
Yeah. But that would be one of the best beaches to.
It was a fantastic beach, and the water was really clear.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So
yeah,
I'll message James later and let him know that to check. Yeah. I did mention today. So how far down past was Bangsaray would that have been?
Another 30 minutes other side.
Yeah. But Grace, we seem to drive through Rayon forever to get there. Okay.
Coubecause we were taking the toll road.
Okay.
Miss all the traffic lights.
There's Hunter Orion. Good morning from Omaha. Planning next trip for a couple months in the fall. Any recommendations for timing based on cost, weather, and availability?
I would say get here early fall. The earlier the better, say September. Because it's still low season. You'll still get a deal there, Hunter. Including here where we live at Dusit Grand Park 2. Once you get to November, this place is pretty booked up.
You could still get September, October at the low season rate, especially if they know you're leaving. Then they got it for high, so they'll be happy to. I would think so. That might be a good point that Cooper made.
Yeah, and it's the end of rainy season, so the rainy season ends in September. I just bit my tongue. Ouch. It's a great opportunity to come here, and you got the fantastic weather, and it's cooling down, so the pools are nice, so the weather is nice, everything's sort of a great time of year, September.
Anytime's a great time of year here. Greg McGinnis, I believe that $135 condo was in Bangsaray. Yes.
Okay.
Good point.
Several people obviously saw that video.
Mark Schaefer, thanks for the explanation about tourism. I really hope they ban China from doing construction. They're always collapsing construction in China due to inferior materials.
And they got caught big time. They did. They examined the steel, and they said that should have never, ever, ever happened. And when they examined it and did the stress test, and they took it apart, and they were like, "Oh, wait a minute, we banned this in Thailand many years ago. How the heck did they get it?" Yeah. So they're in big trouble.
J. Washington, gentlemen, do you buy the Whiz Box in Bangkok or Pattaya? Pattaya, 29 more days, but who's counting?
You buy it online, JE, and
He's talking about the box.
The box, yeah, we bought the box here. It's just an Android box. It's not a Whiz Box. It's just a standard Android box that you just plug in via HDMI to your TV, and away you go.
Oh, I thought it was a Whiz Box, but
no, it's
just an Android box.
Just a standard Android box.
And then the Whiz
is an app downloaded onto that box.
Yeah, it's already on the box.
Yeah, we had to pre-download it. Yeah.
Okay.
And then you just pay for the box. But yeah, it's really good. And you go on to wiztv.co.uk is the website. And it gives you the option to have it on one box
or two
or three or four.
One.
Whatever. If you want it on your TV in your bedroom and your TV in your living room, you can. It gives you different options and different prices.
Yep.
For the year subscription.
Terry Phone, thanks, Jensen, Darlene. Another great live stream. Going to walk the dog, barring a power outage. I'll catch you on the next one.
Okay, thank you, Terry.
Kim Leslie Nielsen, what does TV channels cost in Thailand?
Well, you have the standard cable TV here, Kim,
included,
which is free.
Yeah, free.
Here in all the condos, but you only find that you got about 3 English channels on there. 2 of which is a news channel. The other one is a sci-fi channel.
7 I get.
You get 7 on yours?
Yep.
Okay, I used to only get 3.
No.
But then it's been so long since I checked it, you're probably right. But yeah, I think it was BBC News was one, and I think it was
okay, I'll tell you.
CNN and then the Sci-Fi Channel.
700 is the Bloomberg channel, which is good. So for the finance, 701 is your BBC. You're correct. 702 is CNN. Sorry, Fox News.
Okay.
702. 703 is Al Jazeera.
Okay.
So if you want that.
More news channels, yeah.
704, I believe, is Asia. Like Singapore.
Okay.
705 is Japan. 706 is Australia. And that's good. I watched that a fair bit. And 707 is French. Paris, but it's in English, so that's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So all news channels bar the one.
Pretty well.
Yeah.
Carrie Fallon at Robert, love the Banksbury area, prefer quieter areas.
It is nice down there. Yeah.
People that are there, they love it, but it's definitely quieter. Robert Pierpont at Terry Fallon, perfect then.
Yeah.
Willem Vanderbeek, people are curious when they find out that I've been in Thailand. Oh, good. Yeah. Many people in the West have misconceptions about Thailand. True. They only knew how wonderful the land of smiles is. Yeah.
And you're actually pretty right there, Willem. The main misconception is Thailand's full of prostitutes. That's the main thing that people think about when they think of Thailand.
I've never seen
prostitution.
Any of that,
That's the only reason you're going over there. But they don't look at the bigger picture. You know, the amount of big expat communities here. You know, the cost of living, the condos, the how beautiful, clean, how cheap the medical and dental is, and healthcare. You know, all that adds up. You know, and it's only a small portion of the area that's actually prostitution.
I've never seen that here.
Yes, you have. Oh. But no, and the rest of Thailand is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. It's not anything that's shoved in your face or anything like that. It's, you know, but it's no, I don't care what situation you're in, you'll find a happiness in Thailand. The weather's ideal, the prices are affordable, people are friendly, no drama. Why not? You know?
So we're just about to wrap up. 100 people online and 70 likes. Getting there. Only 30 more needed. So if you're watching on the replay, hit the like, thumbs up button. It does count and help support the channel.
David Lowe says I click the like button.
And thank
Mark
you, David.
Schaefer, hey guys, you know, if they have cold plunges there, I just started doing that and it's great. It would really feel good there with the heat. They do have a couple condominium complexes out here, Mark, that I've been to and filmed on the channel. One of them is called the Grand Florida, and it had its own onsen room there with a cold and hot plunge pool. So you were able to go in there and jump in the cold one, jump in the hot one. Remember, you pointed that out. The only one I've seen. No, there was another one. Okay. I've only ever seen two. That was Grand Florida, and the other one I can't remember the name of, but it's on Second Road here in Jumptown. Yeah. Good to know. Carrie Fallon Cooper, forgot to ask, are you going to be live streaming on your trip? No, we will not. Brooke will be live streaming on Monday this week. Yeah, with the funny face. Here we go again. Yeah, Mondays. And he'll do the two Money Matters this Monday and next Monday. And Darlene has already edited the one you guys been asking for, the two videos for our time in Rio. So the hotel we stayed in, the places that we went around, the excursions, the prices, and then I did a beach walk and talk with some women and very, very, very skimpy video, bikinis. Ooh. And wow, it blew my mind away. Because yeah, in Thailand they're a lot more modest than they are in Brazil. So that one is also available for watching starting later on this week. So stay tuned for both those videos. Good to know. Ray Nathan says, crew rocks. Thank you, Nathan. Robert Pierpont, wait, most people I know relate Thailand to lady boys way more than to ladies of the night. Maybe. Yeah, it's a very tolerable country. Yeah. They don't discriminate against anyone. Hence, they call it the land of smiles. Yeah. You know, it doesn't matter what country you're from, what color skin you are, what sexual orientation you are. Everybody's welcome in Thailand. And that's what makes it one of the ideal places to retire. Because if there's ever any world conflicts anywhere in the world, Thailand is not going to get affected. Nobody wants to invade Thailand. Nobody wants to start a war with Thailand. There's hundreds of thousands of Russians here, hundreds of thousands of Chinese, hundreds of thousands of expats, millions of expats.
Nobody is going to want to invade Thailand because everybody loves Thailand. They're a neutral country, always have been, always will be. So very safe pace to retire to.
Numbers might be a little high, but Javon Styles, greetings CBD. Listening while driving to brunch in Atlanta. Never mentioned IT, but how amazing is the pool at Dusit Grand Park 2? It's great. After touring 11 plus condos, it's by far the best one. Well, there you go. A Shangri-La needs 85 plus
square meters, and the largest we have here is 66 square meters for 2-bedroom, which is the one I'm in. I'm in the no, I'm at 62. You're in 66,
something like that.
Yeah. So you're in the bigger one, and yeah, it's fantastic here. We love our condo complex where we are, Javon. No, you'll like it too, but a little bit on the small side if you're looking for that 85 square meters.
Pool's great.
Yeah.
Willem Vanderbeek, thank you all for another great live stream. Cooper and Darlene, have a safe and fun road trip.
And thank you, Willem.
Live and Learn with Mike says, great live stream. Thanks again.
And thank you, Mike.
Alfa Romeo, thanks for another great live stream. The Food Munchkin says hello to all you.
Oh, and hello to Pin.
Alpha says, thanks for another great
got her. Twice. And that's it. We're at the end of today's show. So we got Monday's live stream will be with Mr. Brooke Schneider on Money Matters. He's got a lot of great information to put out for you. And then we have 2 videos coming out this week for you, all on Brazil and a little bit of cruise ship mixed in with it as well. So if you want to see what that was like, watch those 2 videos. And also the beach walk in Brazil blew my mind away. The places we went, the hotel we stayed in, what were the costs? What were the prices? What did it cost for our taxi? What was the general area like? We gave you a honest breakdown, and I was brutal with that honest breakdown. So I'm expecting some backlash in the comments saying, Cooper, you can't say that. Oh, yes, I can. I'll tell the truth always on this channel the way I see it. So make sure you watch those 2 videos coming out later this week. PN says, just got home from the Corner Bar. Great neighborhood live music. Thanks, God. Yeah, guys. Yeah, I know that bar there. We've been there a couple of times. Kim Leslie Nielsen says, can you hear your neighbors? No. Absolutely quiet. I've only ever heard my neighbor upstairs a couple of times when they're moving furniture. Other than that, I can't even hear a pin drop up there.
No.
You know, where they're scraping the chair against the floor, or they're moving the dining room table, I could hear that. Other than that, I don't hear anything.
I only got woke up once at night, and that was last night in 3 years here because that thunder was like it was on my balcony.
Exactly. And that's it. That's all we got time for today. I will see you guys not this week, but next week back on Coopersthaiadventure live stream. Make sure you watch the videos. Until then, wherever you do, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. God bless you.
Stay tuned.